Now, let's have some fun talking about salary negotiations can be fun. Okay, depends on where you live. But in most parts of the US, for example, in many states, okay, it's becoming more and more illegal for the recruiter to ask you how much money you are currently making on your current job. Let me say it again. In more and more parts of the US and also the West, it's becoming illegal, not legal, okay, for the recruiter to ask you how much money you're making right now. Legally speaking, they cannot ask, all right? It's one of those illegal job interview questions. But, okay, it's perfectly legal for you to come out and say it, all right? But should you come out and say it? Okay, that's the part of the negotiation, all right? So quite often, the recruiter will ask you, okay, instead of asking you how much money you're making right now, they'll ask you how much money you want to make, all right? They'll ask you, the term is, what is your compensation expectation, okay? What is your salary expectation? And naturally, okay, you want to know, you're going to ask, how much does the job pay? Okay? Sometimes the recruiter doesn't want to answer, okay? He wants to know how much you want to get paid. Sometimes the hiring company doesn't tell the recruiter. Sometimes the hiring company doesn't know because they don't know the situation on the market. All right. Salary is no different from the price of anything else. All right. On the market. Right after Thanksgiving, the frozen turkey in the supermarket that has not been sold, okay, their prices will just drop. Okay. Makes sense. All right. What about after July 4th? Okay. All the fireworks that have not been sold. All right. And depends on the economy. It can be a employer's market, or it can be the candidate's market. Is this the bull market or the bear market for the hiring company or for the candidates? All right. So tech sector is booming. All right. So all tech workers are demanding, getting bigger and fatter salaries. All right. Now, tech sector is facing a giant downturn, all right? All the big tech companies are firing them by the thousands, tens of thousands, okay? This company fired 10%, that company fired 20%, okay? Now, all of a sudden, the prices for salaries is depressed. And also, this can be local. Okay? If all the three tech companies are firing 10% of their tech workers, and all three companies just so happen to be in the Bay Area, okay, then the salary for the tech workers in the Bay Area is taking a dip. So is housing, okay? But if you're willing to move cross country to the East Coast, to the Midwest, to Texas, okay, the salary over there for the same position, same job, same industry, same profession may have not changed, okay? So all of this are taken into consideration. And also, the recruiting agency's commission is a percentage of your final negotiated salary. So it is in the recruiter's interest to get you as high of a salary as possible. Okay? Let that sink in. Of course, the commission is split between the guy, okay, who talked to the hiring manager and then the guy who talked to you. Okay? And there might be a 50-50, 60-40, whatever. That's their internal arrangement, okay? But their overall commission they're getting from the hiring company is a percentage of your finalized, negotiated final salary, all right? So the more money you're getting, the more money they're getting. However, if there are three identical candidates and they are all just as good, okay, who do you think the employer is going to decide on? It's the candidate who demanded the least amount of money. But if you're a hotshot, okay, your skill is the best, okay, then you can afford to demand the highest amount of money. So once again, can you see why it's to your benefit to looking for a job while you are happily and gainfully employed? You're not desperate. Okay, imagine you're job hunting while unemployed. You're counting, my savings. How many more weeks? How many more days? Okay. Will I be kicked out of this apartment? My car will be repoed. Okay. The house is getting foreclosed. Okay. Gonna have to move back with mom and dad. Have to move back. Okay. With the in-laws. You'll be getting more and more desperate if you need a job, if you're unemployed. But if you're happily and gainfully employed, okay, you can negotiate from the position of strength. All right. So they ask you, what's your salary expectations? All right. If you're gainfully employed, okay, and recruiters are contacting you left and right and center, you can afford to play because here are the rules. You should always ask for more money. Number one. Number two, you can always come down from your original asking price. Okay. Anyone who ever bought a car, anyone who ever bought a house, okay, the seller can always lower the price. Okay. The buyer can always make not a lowball offer, but lower ball offer. Okay. There's no shame in coming down, okay? And you can use this as a gauge, all right? So I got 3 recruiters calling me. So I got, each one of them presenting to me with 2 positions. So I have 6 positions. I throw out 6 different numbers and see which one sticks, okay? And if none of these 6 works out, it doesn't matter. I am gainfully employed. Next month, 3 more recruiters will call me. So you're negotiating from the position of strength, all right? By asking a higher number, okay, you're testing the market. You can always calm down. There's no shame. No one's going to be laughing at you, okay? Even with the final hiring company, the final hiring manager who you will be working with for the next 5-10 years, he will not be laughing at you if you ask for a higher price and agreed to a lower offer. And then you negotiated back and forth with them, okay? There's no shame, all right? Feel comfortable, feel congruent, all right? Negotiating, starting with a higher number and be willing to calm down. But if you're currently unemployed, okay, your savings are dwindling. It's end of the month. You need to pay mortgage. You need to pay rent, car payment. Okay, you got children. Okay, they need to see a dentist. Okay, your kids are sick. Okay, you got aging parents. All right, you're becoming more and more desperate. Then you're not negotiating from the position of strength. You might be more likely to be forced to accept a lower offer and not to counter as much. All right. So it's a complete fair game, okay? Sometimes the hiring company doesn't know what the market price is out there in this town, this month, this year, for this position, for this combined of skill sets that you have. They don't know, all right? And this is why, at the same company, on the same team, there are 10 engineers and they have 10 different salaries. Each one of them is individually negotiated based on the price that the buyer and the seller can agree upon at the time, based on their individual situation and based on the information they have, based on how quick they needed to make a decision, based on how quickly, how desperately the candidate needed a job or the manager needed an engineer to fill the position. So have no shame negotiating, okay? The hiring manager, the hiring company may not know the salary, okay? Or their published salary price, okay, might be too low for the market. So they need to endure some pain. They need to suffer of having that position not filled for longer than they would like. 6 months rather than 3 months, okay? The work is not being done. The project is not being carried out. They're missing out business opportunities out there because they don't have the qualified, skilled employees to do the job. And they might have to raise their price, okay? It's just like buying a house, selling a house. Okay, if you put your house on the market and it's sold next day, you asked too low. If you put your house on the market, it sat there for a year, nobody came to see it, you asked too high. Okay, you need to calibrate. You need to adjust. Okay, and the recruiter, all right, he wants to fill the position as quickly as possible for as high of a price as possible, and his commission is based on whatever you can finally negotiate and get. Okay, so it's a 3-way negotiation. All right, and in the recruiting business, everybody is a used car salesman. Everybody is a used car salesman, okay? The hiring company has information they will not disclose to the recruiter. They will not disclose to the candidate, all right? The recruiter has information they will not disclose to the hiring manager. They have information about you they will not disclose to the hiring manager. Or they will disclose to the hiring manager later. The recruiter, okay, has information about the hiring company they will not disclose to you. Oh, not now, maybe later. And you do the same. You do the same, okay? What do you think we mean by when we say polish up the resume? What do we mean by when we say polish up the resume, okay? So you do the same, all right? You're selling a used car, all right? So you gave the used car a nice polish. The transmission, I'm not sure. Okay, so you do the same, okay? They can ask you, are you working with other agencies? Okay, are you working other job offers? It's up to you to weigh in the benefit, the pros and cons. Okay, should you tell them that you're working with other agencies, other hiring managers, or should you not tell them you're working with other agencies and other hiring managers? Okay, what's the pros and cons to you? You don't know, or maybe you do know. Okay, so if they heard that you're working with other agencies, okay, are they going to drop you like a hot potato, or are they going to increase the price on you? Okay, now should you tell all the other agencies that you're working with all the other agencies, or you should tell some of them that this and some of them that? It's all part of the negotiation. It's all fair game. Okay, it's all like you're going to buy a used car. Okay, you go and spend a weekend. Okay, going to 10 dealerships to buy a used car. You're gonna tell each and every dealership about you're working with all the other dealerships or individual sellers? That's entirely up to you. Okay, you might want to tell this dealership about, oh, you know what, sir, I'm working with another dealership. Exact same model, exact same year, exact mileage, exact same color. Now you just put him on the back foot because he knows there's a perfect competitor. All right. What about color? He's gonna ask you. Okay, and he's gonna say, "Is your wife gonna like that color?" Okay, if your wife says, I like this color but not the other color, okay, you just lost all your power to negotiate because now he knows your wife wants this color, your wife is rejecting that color, so he's not going to come down with his price. Okay. So all of this come into play. Okay, it's all fair play, and nothing is wrong with it. It's just fact of life. It's the same thing with buying a house, buying a car, okay, and looking for a job. Welcome to the real world. Okay. Don't forget to like and subscribe. So this way, when I release new educational videos, you will be notified and you will be the first to learn. And also, make sure you send this video to as many people as possible so we can all learn and grow together and help each other to grow together. We're in this together. And if you need private coaching, business consulting, or training, feel free to contact me. And my contact details are linked below.